Okay, people, I'm back. I thought I'd come over here to who I knew at one time was on the DARE committee, or one of the bunch of them. See, this is the kind of thing she was into. And some people don't have a problem with it. But this was someone who was going to keep kids off drugs. Didn't she think alcohol's a drug? Alcohol is like one of the top 3 drugs. Cigarettes, alcohol, and I guess sex would be the third one. I don't know. Gangs and ribs. I don't even want to go there. But yeah, she's some kind of gang member. I just came over here to swipe the link and put it with this other video that I made earlier. I've got a problem going on with this other thing, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a second after I do this, and then I can probably close this window. Well, I don't guess I really have to, type anything. Just stick it there for now. I can edit later. Alright, now I'm going to shut this. Well, maybe better not. Maybe go here now. I found this afternoon, and I did paste a little bit on it. Maybe it's easier to get to this one. Alright, we can go here. This came as quite a shock. Okay. If I can get it there. God bless it. Federal properties suitable as facilities to assist homeless. A notice by the Housing and Urban Development Department, aka HUD. Okay, I'd already put this on Google+. Alright, I had 2 of them. One was February of this year, and the other one was 2005. So at least going back to 2005, these properties had been offered to HUD to end homelessness. Why isn't it ended? Okay, that's the thing. That's the big ruckus. This might actually need reloaded. Okay, I can do that. Meanwhile, I can go to this other one and check on this. There were 3 of them that showed up in Missouri on this particular report. Between the 2 of them, there were maybe 4 or 5. 2 or 3 of them over here at Fort Leonard Wood, and one at Jefferson Barracks over by St. Louis. And I don't think Whiteman was offering any. But some of them needed work. Some of them had some hazardous things going on, like lead paint. One came with 2 acres. I think that was the one over at Jefferson Barracks. And there were several, like, former barracks rooms. And, when you're coming from nothing, and you need off the streets, there are places that are intended to help make that a reality. Not this craziness of whatever. Okay, this is the 2016 one here. I see that now. So that means this one was the no, this is a 2017 one. What happened to the other one? I might have to go to the G+. Okay, well that's no problem. It's open. It's just a matter of working through these other people's posts. There it is. Here's from the 2005 document right here. Properties listed as suitable available will be available exclusively for homeless use for a period of 60 days from the date of this notice. Okay, so whoever their homeless assistance providers interested are, they're supposed to write this address, and I'm going to leave a link to these other off-site websites for my G+. I don't want to direct you to my G+, I don't guess. It wouldn't hurt anything probably, but it feels kind of funny, like it's being clickbait. And I don't want you to think I'm just baiting someone to come to my thing, so excuse me. It gives the address and everything to contact. See, here's the Fort Leonard Wood ones right here. Building number, range 4, landholding agency, Army, property number, status, unutilized, 15 years old, 80 square feet, weapons, 12 plus months, vacant, poor condition, contact Army for more info. Then it goes on to the next number ones. Well, I'm getting all excited about this. I was up until after 4 a.m. and I didn't get but maybe 4 to 4.5 hours sleep before I was awake again. And I made a status about that earlier on Facebook, that I woke up really mad, and I was thinking, well, I'd stay up late. I hadn't done it for years. I'd regularly gone to bed about 10 for years and got up early, come out here in my sunroom, had coffee, wait for the sun to come up. But man, I was wrong about thinking I would wake up refreshed and feel happiness, and man, I was just angry at the world when I woke up this morning. See here, not adequate for reuse. And there were some of them, they were going to have to be moved. See, here's the Jefferson Barracks one. 6,450 square feet, needs repair, includes 2 acres. You know? And I'd imagine there'd be a lot of people who, come winter, they'd be thankful to have, you know, even if they had more rules than out on the street, don't you think? So there's a number of properties being offered by at least the Army. I saw that on here. It's Army property. I don't know about all of them because my thing's wanting to be crazy, but weapons building. Maybe it was the armory. My son worked at the armory out in California. Not adequate for reuse. And there were a couple of them, they wanted you to move them themselves. Yeah, see, this goes clear back to 2005, and there's still so many homeless. Well, even Sedalia, Missouri 65301 had gotten some kind of deal to build a homeless shelter there in town. And I heard people say that it was really crappy that they couldn't, like, just, if they had money, go buy a soda and a bag of chips. It was kind of jail-like. Well, that's no way to treat someone who may have mental problems or came from an abusive situation, or lost their home for any various reasons, maybe to fire, maybe to the bank. Like, well, you lost all that, but now just act like you're in jail. You're not going to go get a bag of chips and a thing of pop. You're our property. I don't think that's a very good way to be treating someone. And there are a lot of people out on the streets who do have mental problems, and if they would get that cleaned up, and I know I'm stressing on it, I'm going to take a deep breath and try to calm back down, just for you. There would be a lot less crime if they would get that mess cleaned up. Is that what I just clicked? No, that would be that one. I was going to do something on this one too. I'm probably going to print it, send it to my spouse. He likes it when I print him stuff. And he said he was keeping an eye on the Pizzagate thing, even though it had been reported that it was a fraud. Because a lot of us don't think so. We think it's real. We have reasons to believe it's very real, and someone is still bulldogging the readers, the watchers, off of the situation, trying to divert them. I don't think that's the right thing to do either. So see here. Yeah, there's grants out there if you know how to apply for them and find them and do all that's expected. And maybe that's what Sedalia did to get their homeless shelter. It's just that I heard it wasn't being run right. Excuse me, just like I had heard about the Sally, aka Salvation Army, that someone I knew in the past had ended up there. And between him and the, what do you call them? I forgot now. I had on the tip of my tongue. The Civil Rights Bunch. I can't even think. My brain is just not wanting to help. They were going to sue on his behalf. He was suing them for $1 million for religious rights violations against him. And I'm hoping he'd get it, Look at this. HUD is required to publish a list of those properties reported by the agencies and a list of suitable, unavailable properties, including the reason why they were not available. Properties listed as suitable, available will be available exclusively for homeless use for a period of 60 days from the date of this notice. Okay, do I have that right in my head? They can only use them for 60 days, or they'll be available for 60 days. Available exclusively for homeless use for a period of 60 days from the date of this notice. Let's see here. Recipients of the property will be required to relocate the building to their own site at their own expense. Moving a building, that's not an inexpensive venture there. That can really cost some money. So whatever homeless, penniless person would end up with such a building would have to have a pre-existing agreement with someone who did have the money or resources to move that building. See here in Montana, let's see if we can find Missouri on here. Oh, it's working, I see. And these are all over the country.